Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? I am getting my computer set up, making sure that my gel press is visible. Hey, Tara. How are you? Thanks for joining me. Maria's here. I see you. Are you at work? Tara, did your gel press show up? Did you get it yet? Oh, man. Okay. So you're enjoying your lunch break. Very nice. I did not have lunch yet. Tara's pooped. Why you pooped? Did you have a long weekend? I am so happy that the kids are home today. We're working on a puzzle that my sister got us. It was from a Kickstarter, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool puzzle. If you guys like puzzles, I'll give you the link, but it's fun. It came yesterday. Yay! That's exciting. So a lot of people said that they like the idea of backgrounds and that alcohol ink was another thing that I should cover. So I figured let's do it on gel press. A couple people said gel press, so I thought maybe we would do that. Is that cool with you guys? I have my 8x10 press here. I also have a little guy. This is one of the petites. I'm waiting to get a small rectangle, but this is going to work for today. This is just so that I can use a spare palette for rolling out some stuff. I've got a bunch of stencils here and some screens. Screens is just a fancy way to say stencil with that doesn't have like a connecting outer edge. Some of these are super old. Some of these are kind of new. And then I've got some alcohol ink over to the side here. It's off screen just so that I have room to like show you guys what I'm working on as I'm doing it. It is a word bubble, yes. And this one happens to come in a set of two others. The petites come in threes. Hold on. And it has this cloud with it. Sorry about the glare. And then it also has, can you see that? This like banner kind of thing. The circle with the kind of squiggly edge, which is cool. But I wanted to use this one because I thought that this shape would be workable. But it doesn't really matter what the shape is. We're not going to actually be printing off of this probably. I'm just going to use it to roll my brayer across for a couple of reasons. So we're going to get started. I have two different color palettes of alcohol ink. I've got cool tones and I've got warm. We'll do both. And we're going to experiment a little bit. I might try a couple of things that I haven't quite done yet with the gel press, and we'll see what happens. So, yeah, any questions? Hey, Candace, how are you today? Nice to see you. Okay, so you're not going to see a whole lot on the press as I'm rolling stuff out, simply because the alcohol ink is translucent. And you're not going to see a whole lot at first, but then hopefully, once we get a print, you'll see plenty of fun things. All right, so I've got, what color is this? This is Mojito. This is a oh, my camera is bouncing again. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to roll this out. Oh, you could see that green, right? I've got some scrap paper over here on the side that I'm rolling out. Well, hopefully, hey, Gina, how are you? Hopefully we'll get a print off of that. I'm going to take a couple of these round guys. I've got this one here. I like these masks. They're called masks because they don't have like a finite edge, like a square around it. They're also stencils. I mean, let's be real. But some people like to call them masks. I'm going to get this guy. This way we can get a bunch of cool things happening. Push this down. Put this, and then I can always cut this apart if I don't like how they're looking together. You know what I mean? All right, so we've got that. And now we're going to take, I have Laguna. Oh, did Terry get to you too with that, Marie? Did you see that I had to put mine in my like anniversary album, my honeymoon album? Because I was like, that idea is just brilliant. I'm going to push this guy down a little bit. So I'm adding this to the stencil area, and I'll wind up rolling it out a bit. You don't need a whole lot, but we're going to just add a bit. some here. And you can be very precise with like where your colors go. Like I want only orange here, and then I want purple here. But I ain't about that. I am not that exact with these things. Stencils are so easy to like accumulate. I have so many stencils. So many. From like my Dreamweaver days, and prior to that, like just, so many. And I don't get tired of using them. Like I'll still pull out my Dreamweaver for sure. They come out all the time. And I actually like using metal stencils sometimes over the Mylar. I'm just going to brayer this out a bit, but not too crazy. Just a bit. Get some variation in color. Some people go really heavy with the ink. I just don't like to waste it. We'll see. I might need to put a little bit more. You know what I am going to do? I'm going to take some blending solution and blend it a bit. Oh, I know that heart stencil is awesome, right? Hey, Judy, how are you? So this is just blending solution, just to kind of help it move. And we're just playing. I don't use alcohol inks on here all the time. I do it sometimes. Oh, that roll-off is looking good. I'm going to have to show you guys what this roll-off looks like. Check this out. Isn't that pretty already? Because you can see that the brayer actually picked up some of the indentations of the stencil. Kat's here. Hi, Kat. How are you? Kat is a friend of mine via video games. She plays Animal Crossing like me. Yes, alcohol ink on my gel plate. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to have to move. I need a bigger work surface, you guys. Seriously, I have no room to put anything. I need like another table behind me. I don't know. Okay, so we have all of this color on here, and I know you can't really see a whole lot, but if you look right here, there is some color over here. See that? Okay, so then we want this to dry as much as possible. That's getting there. And then we're gonna, this is actually one of the reasons why I have this extra piece over here. So we're gonna take, I have some unbleached titanium. I also have some white, and then I have matte medium. Whoops, sorry that I bumped that. I have matte medium. So we're gonna use the matte medium a little later. I think that I might wanna go with white this time. I don't wanna dull out my colors. Sometimes I'll use the, I'm good, Kat, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I know you're crafty too. I used the unbleached titanium or Titan Buff, depending on what brand you're using, if I want to dull out my colors. But in this case, I want them to be nice and vibrant. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the white. So now I have my paint over here because I'm going to kind of put a base coat of it. Hi, Sarah. How are you? I'm going to put a base coat of the paint on my brayer, because if I put the paint right on here, it could easily pick up the alcohol ink that I put down. It's a little different from like when you apply layers of paint. I find that if I just start rolling the paint across it, it starts lifting up all of that work that I just did. So we're going to put a base coat of paint on my brayer. That's why I have this little conversation bubble here. And then we can go right into the big piece. I'm just getting that all the way across because this is a little guy. I'm waiting for my larger rectangle to come. I didn't really want to break out the 6x6 for this. Hey, Amber, how are you? All right, so we're going to roll this across. And the trick with this is that, oh, you could see the stenciling. See the stencil? The trick with this is that you want to have a thin coat so that you can sort of see your underlayer, but thick enough where you're going to pull up all of the alcohol ink. I think that that's going to be okay. I don't want to overdo it. I want it to be kind of solid. Okay, so now we're going to take our paper. This is just copy paper, you guys. Okay. Guess what I just got? I finally, and for those of you that were with me in Seattle, Sarah, you were there. I didn't have all of the Zig Clean Color markers. There were a few pastels that had come out that I didn't have. I just got them. so excited because my oatmeal had gone dry because I use it so often. Ooh, look at that. We're missing some of the green. The green kind of combined with the blue, but look at how pretty this is. Oh my goodness. I love this. This looks like a fresco, like an old stone wall. So yeah, I finally got those markers and they just came. I didn't even open them yet. See? I'm so excited. So I replaced my oatmeal and I'm like, well, since I'm ordering oatmeal, I may as well get the colors I'm missing. I love this. This is nice. Thanks, Gina. Thanks, Sarah. Okay, so now that we have that, I am going to do an experiment. And I haven't done this before. I'm going to clean off this guy really quick somehow. How am I going to clean it off? Let's use some alcohol and see if that works. Because I want to try using gel medium. I need a paper towel. Hold on. Paper towels are on the other side of the room. Okay. I really should just pull a print with this, right? That would be smart. That's okay. We'll leave it like that. That's fine. Okay. We're going to use gel medium. And the reason for that is because the gel medium is going to dry clear. Thanks, Kat. Right? Wallpaper? I know. I print this stuff all the time and I'm like, oh my gosh, we should do wallpaper with this. Anyway, so I have this print that I was using for when I was playing with the neons. And it's super blah, right? But I'm like, I could totally layer on top of this. So the gel medium, when it dries clear and the alcohol inks are translucent, so that means that it will just layer nicely on top of the rainbow that's underneath. And you'll still see those colors show through. It probably doesn't make sense right now, but it'll make sense in a minute. Okay, so we're going to start by laying some of this stuff on. I'm going to take some of the stencils that we just used and get that on here. And I'll get this guy over here. Let's see if I can use up as much space as possible this time. And it's okay if they overlap a little bit. I have, oh wait, let's see. This guy right here. That'll work. This way we have lots of coverage. Okay. You can use gel medium as an adhesive, but it's used for other things too. I use it as a sealer. A lot of times, like when I'm using my my art journal, I'll do that. So you can use it for many, many things. We're going to just squirt some of this on, a little heavier this time. This color is Raisin. It's a really pretty color. Okay, and then we're going to go in with some Crimson. I have some alloys and mixatives with me too, in case you guys want to see that. I think that would be really fun. Now this is going to, because we have alcohol inks on these 3 stencils already, it's going to reactivate the blues and the greens that we used before, but that's okay. I actually think that the reds are going to overpower it all, so I'm not too worried. Your last oxide finally left New Jersey. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. Oh, good. I know you've been waiting a while for those, right? Okay, so we have this going. That's super red. I'm going to roll this off. And I'm going to grab another piece of paper and just pick up a bit of this. I don't want to push too hard. I don't want to waste what's on top of the stencils. That's not great. Okay, it dries super quick, so that's not really going to work. So we'll use that for something else. But I am going to take some of the gold alloy. I gotta shake it up because it's got those metal balls in there, so that it stirs it up a bit. We'll throw a few drops of that on here and see what happens. See how it fills in that area? Ooh, I love that already. Right? All right, we're just playing today. I didn't have a whole big plan. I just knew that I wanted to use the alcohol inks on the gel press because I know that a lot of people don't do that, and it always comes out so cool. All right, I'm rolling that off, and then I'm going to pull these bad boys off of here, move them to the side. What we can do, if we wanted, is spray this with isopropyl alcohol afterwards, you never, ever, ever want to spray blending solution. And the reason for that is because it has binding agents, I want to say, in it. And you don't want that to get into your lungs. Okay, so never spray blending solution. But you can spray isopropyl alcohol. And that will kind of make this a little bit lighter in color. But then we can totally just push this into paper and it'll look awesome. So now that this is drying, that's getting there. I'm going to take my matte medium. It hit every post office in New Jersey. I remember you saying that. That's terrible. Did you get it directly from Ranger? That's just bonkers. Okay, so I have my matte medium. This is from DecoArt. And I'm going to apply it to my little conversation bubble here. Again, because I want to prime my brayer before I put it onto this piece. Hey, Berta. How's it going? Thank you. Resin. Yes, there's resin in the blending solution. Hi, Maria. How are you? I want to prime my brayer with the matte medium first, because if I start to roll on this now, it's going to start to lift up all of this pretty ink that we have. And I don't want it to do that. So I am going to, and it would be better, again, if I had a larger rectangle to work on, but this is fine. This will work fine. Use what you've got, right? Okay, so now I'm going to roll this across, just like this. And because the matte medium is clear, what I have on my original print is going to show through. Okay? But it'll pick up everything that's here. Okay, so now I've got this original print that I didn't really love, and I'm going to just stick it on there, just like that. What are you working with, Berta? What are you doing? Your husband working with you today too? Just want to make sure that you have contact across the whole thing, and you can always pick it up. It is a speech bubble. Yeah, this is a speech bubble. It's one of the petites. They come in a set of 3. I'm waiting to get one of my small rectangles that I can use as a spare palette. So I'm just using what I have. Oh gosh, guys, look at how pretty this is. We totally fixed that background. See, you can still see the different colors that were there before, but look at those stencils. Oh my gosh. Your husband's woodworking? Oh, that's cool. And you're doing dies and cardstock? Oh, good, Sarah. I'm glad I'm teaching you something. Isn't that pretty? So using matte medium is a fun way to use your gel press too. And I'm sure a lot of you already have matte medium somewhere in your craft room. And it doesn't have to be like a DecoArt one where they're thick. You can get them in like the craft acrylic. You know how there's like different grades of acrylic? So like the craft acrylic is the ones in those bottles with the squeezy. And then you have your artist grade acrylic. These are fluids, right? You can use any of this stuff in here. I love this. This is so pretty. Look at the shine from that alloy. Wow. Okay. So I have a couple more of these prints that are like, meh, they need more. Oh, thanks, Kat. Red's your favorite color? Oh, that's nice, Maria. That's my husband's favorite color, too. Should we do these? What do you think? Should we try it? Let's try it. All right, let me move the print that I just did off to the side, just so that I don't mess it up. Okay, so we still have, you could see all the gold in here. It's so pretty. So that will shine through some more. And then, how about, I feel like we'll do this one. But I really want to get a purple. Let's get purple. Where is my purple? I'm just pulling it out of my drawer here. I have eggplant. I need to get another purple. Oh, thanks, Maria. I appreciate it. I need another purple, but this is my favorite alcohol ink color. Eggplant. Oh my gosh. When you just use it on like your Yupo or your poster board paper, you get like magic. If you guys want to see that later, let me know and I can put the gel press away. I just figured that this would be kind of a fun thing to do first. Okay, so I am going to, once again, apply my stencils. Let's see. Let's get this guy on here first, because that one's really big. And then let's get this guy on here. Let's turn it this way. So this way we can get this ink to react again. And then this one. Does anybody have any questions so far? Are we good? Let's do that. Do we like that? It'll work. Okay, so now I've got my eggplant. And I'm going to just push this down. You can also, if you want to, you can start with a base layer of paint if you want, but you'd need to make it really thin because what you put on first is what's going to be on top at the end. Hey, Nancy, how are you? I know you were playing with your gel press this weekend too, right? I was waiting. I was like, oh, I want to play with it so bad. And I'm like, no, wait until it's time to do your live. So I'm going to pull out, what is this color? I have no idea. I saw it before. Why do they put the names in different spots on these things? I don't know what it is. It's, oh, aquamarine. There we go. Okay. Lots of ink. Going a little heavier than I did before with the color. I think that we're going to stop with that. All right. I don't want to put too many colors because I find that it's just, you saw from the first couple of prints that it just blends together anyway. And we lose the change of color. So we'll just go with 2. All right. I'm going to roll this off. Oh, look at that. Okay. See, again, the brayer is picking up the texture from the stencil. And that right there looks super cool. So that would make a really nice card front. And then just slap a couple of things on top of it. That would be great. Okay. So we have that. I think we're going to stop there, right? Because we've already got the alloy showing from before. Let's stop with this. When COVID is over, we need a crafty play day. Work is ruining it. Oh, I know, Marie. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for hanging out while you were at work. I appreciate it. But yeah, a crafty play day would be awesome, for sure. Okay, I'm going to take more of the matte medium because we're going to use one of those rainbow backgrounds that I have. And I'm going to put this onto my little conversation bubble. And then I'm going to roll it out with my brayer so that we prime the brayer so that we don't lift up any of the color that we just put down. Okay, ready? We're going to do this. I'm going to move it across. Okay, does anybody have questions? I hope I'm not missing questions. You just want a thin layer. You want to be able to see your piece underneath, and obviously you can see it with this because it's matte medium, so it's translucent anyway. But if you were doing like a colored paint, you just want to make sure that I'm just lining this up, that you can see through it a bit. You don't want it too thick because then you might not lift everything. I did not line that up well at all. That's okay. Does anybody have questions? I already said that, right? I'm going to guess that you guys know that if you have questions, you can just ask me. All right, let's see what this is. Hopefully we made this one better. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is cool. So we picked up a lot of the red that was in there before. I love that with these gel prints, like you think you know what it's going to look like when you're done, but you totally don't. It's always a surprise. Look at all that gold. Now, we didn't add any more gold to this, but it picked up what was left over on the plate. Look at this area right here. I like using the 8x10 because I can go and cut this down and get 4 really nice card backgrounds. Thanks, Nancy. And they might not be 4 by 5 1/4 because I always like to leave a little bit of an edge, but that's okay. You could do like a 3x5 or something. Yeah, right. It's better this way. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Sarah. That's really sweet. I know, you never know what it's going to look like. Okay, so should we do this last one and then maybe try something else? You got the 6x6 thinking you would find your 8x10. Well, you ordered the 8x10 and a new brayer. I actually have 2 8x10s now, and I like using them both. But it's hard. Cindy Allen's here. Hi. It's hard for me to do 2 8x10s when I'm doing a live just because you guys won't be able to see it. Because I can't move my camera up any higher with the way my rig is. So I don't work with the 2, but I have worked with the 8x10 and the 6x6 on the side. It just depends on what you feel like doing. Okay, so how about, let's take these stencils because we haven't used these yet. This is from Balzer Designs. I love this one. You can see that I've used it many, many times. Put that on here. This is another mask from Tattered Angels. I had all of these when I had my store. These are all from my store. Okay, I like this Compass Rose. And then I think let's use this one from Brutus Monroe. Because that has a really cool edge to it. Can you see that edge? You have both. You need to do this. Oh, you're very welcome, Maria. Okay, so we're going to try, let's see. Let's go in with Mojito. I love this green so much. It's so pretty. Let's go with that. You're going to take the kids to lunch. See you later, Gina. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. I appreciate it. Say hi to the kids for me. Her kids are so cute, you guys. Okay, so we have Mojito. You know what else I want? I want to put in a little bit of lettuce. I have some lettuce here. I think that would look cool. It might actually dull the Mojito down a wee bit, which is okay. Because I don't want to overpower the neon background. Thank you, Nancy. You know I love the stencils. You know it. It's like my favorite thing. Okay, I want to add some blending solution just to move it around a little bit. Again, never, ever, ever spray blending solution. It is not good for your lungs. And when you work with alcohol inks, you do want to make sure that you're working in a pretty well ventilated area. Okay? So I'm going to just roll this out. I put way too much blending solution, but that's okay. New piece of paper for the roll-off. That is mud. Oh my gosh. All right, so we have some mud going here. Sorry about the bounce. You haven't? You haven't seen it done like this before? I'm glad I'm showing you something new. So this is muddy, but we can totally fix that. Like I intend, maybe we should do this next time. Maybe we'll take these backgrounds and I can have them pre-cut and then we can make stuff with them. What do you guys think? I can totally take this stencil and like put it on top with like chipped sapphire and just ink on top and it would make this look a million times better. So never throw this stuff away. Just keep using it. You'll figure something out. I promise. Seth Apter doesn't fear the mud. Yeah, I love Seth Apter. He's so good. Okay, I think that I want to add a little copper. So I have it's called Mind, but it is a copper. So I'm just shaking that up. And I'm going to apply just a bit. Just a bit. So is anybody off from work today that normally is at work? My kids are home. So we're working on a puzzle. So once this is over, I'll have a quick lunch. I'll drink some of my Bones coffee. Oh my gosh. Did you see how excited my husband was yesterday with his Bones coffee that Amber sent? He is a happy guy. And then my shipment arrived just before I went live. It came with my my markers. Okay. So we are happy people in the Heikkila house today. That's right, Nancy. If you don't like it, it just isn't finished yet. I completely agree with that statement. I sure do. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we're going to roll this out. And again, we're rolling it out onto the brayer first so that it primes it so that we don't lift off any of the stuff that we just did on the main press. Okay. So now we're going to roll this out. Sorry, I keep bouncing my camera. This is why I'm considering getting one of those Archon mounts. Because I bounce the camera all the time. Okay, roll that off. And then we have this one, which isn't terrible, but I'm hoping we make it better. You're off, Sarah? Oh, a chiropractor appointment. Okay. Oh, you're going back tomorrow, Nancy? I made that way too high. I have a gap here. That's all right. No big deal. Oh, you have one of the mounts, Candace? I was actually talking to Justin yesterday. We did a quick little video chat, and he was telling me about his. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at that. Right here. That's awesome. 12 out of 10 would recommend. Nice. You went snow wheeling? That sounds cool. Look at this right here, too. Oh my gosh. This is like a million times better. Right? I love that it's grungy, but bright. Usually, like, these grungy layers are like super muted, but I love that it's not muted. Thanks, Kat. You're ready to go back, Nancy? Yeah. Oh, and you have an Archon mount too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys this. Do you want to keep doing this stuff, or do you want to just see alcohol ink on like poster board paper and stuff? What do you guys want to do? I'll give you guys a second. Yeah, Nancy, I'm glad that you're feeling better too. I know that you missed some work. Let me know in the comments if you want to do more of this. It seems like you're enjoying this, but if you don't want to do any more gel press, I can put this away and grab something else for like another, 20 minutes, half hour. What do you think? I'm sorry, there's always a delay with the comments, so let me know. Alcohol inks on other paper. Okay, cool. So I'm going to lift this up just so that I don't wreck my little plate here. It's going to just be clear anyway, and it might act as a resist later, which is cool. Put it down again. I just want to get that cleaned up a bit. Oh, yeah, they're hard for you to use, Berta? Yeah, I just, I use a PVC rig that I put together myself. And it's fine, except sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I could bring my camera up a little higher, whatever. And I can just add a piece of PVC pipe to it to make it taller. Oh, thanks, Nancy. That's super sweet of you. But I can't do that in the middle of a live, Okay, I'm going to just put this away. So those of you that have your gel plates, what do you do when your clamshell rips? I have a huge tear in my clamshell, and I'm worried that it's going to leave an impression on my gel plate, and I'm really bummed about it. I opened it too rough, I guess, the other day. Look at this tear. I know that Ranger has metal ones. I don't know if I want to invest in that or not. So I have to just be super careful with how I'm storing it. Okay. So I'm going to just clean off my palette knife. Oh, thanks, Maria. That's really sweet. I appreciate it. You got one from Amazon that you can use? Oh, that's cool. Duct tape. Will that then mess up the gel press though? I know that you're not supposed to leave anything on it. I had a stray cat fuzz on one of mine and it left an impression on it. So I'm worried about that. Put paper and then tape it. That's not a bad idea. Oh, you have the metal case, Maria? And you like that? That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to invest in one. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm just getting out some paper and dropping things in the process. As usual, that's how we roll, guys. That's how we roll. Okay, we're going to just start a new pack because that's what we're going to do. Let me move my brayer. So this is what I use. This is from Dollar Tree. I started using this because Mary Polanco recommended it, and it's great. It's super cheap. Oh, that's true, Sarah. Good point. An iris case. Oh, that's a good idea, too. Oh, I like that. Okay, so Mary Polanco started using this, and I was like, I gotta try it, because I do not have the budget for Yubo paper. I would love to, but I don't. And these are super big sheets. They're like 9 by 12. No, they're bigger than that. Hold on. 11 by 14. So you can get a lot out of this one piece. So I'm gonna cut this down really quickly, and then we'll get to playing. So I'm going to make it 4 And then I'll do it again. And then we'll cut it again from the other direction, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so now I'm doing 5 1/4. And it's okay if they're not exactly the same size. We can trim it down. There might be an area that you don't love on the edge, and you can just fix it later, cut it off. So I don't get too crazy. Do I have the pearls? I have a couple of the pearls. I have, hold on. I have Splendor, and I have Alchemy. Did you want to see that? An iris case is a plastic, it's like a 12 by 12 plastic case. I don't know if I have one that I can show you right now. You can get them from Michael's, but I use it to like store paper or like projects that I'm working on, etc., etc. Okay. Alcohol inks. So I have my isopropyl alcohol here, which I should have filled up before and I didn't. And then I have my blending solution. I always keep both of those things out. Make sure if you have the Tim Holtz mat, you don't have the silicone piece on top because you can ruin it. Okay, so Berta, we'll start with the Splendor. So this is another one that you have to shake up because the mica settles to the bottom. I actually keep these stored lying down so that it mixes a little bit better. So one thing that I like to do is I start off by adding my blending solution to my poster board paper. Just like that. And then I have this little guy. This was meant for markers. You put your distress markers or whatever markers in here and it turns it into an airbrush. And then I'll just drip this across like that and take this guy and start to blow it out. And this is just one color. And I definitely put a lot more on there than I normally do. But I wanted to see how this one was going to break down. You can see how shimmery it is. I'm going to move forwards with this. There we go. Oh, you got the smaller one for retreats? That's cool. Yeah, I only have the big one. I actually have 2 of them, which works out well because if the kids are doing something with me, they can use their own glass mat. Like if they need to ink blend or whatever. And you can see that by just one color, a little blending solution, and blowing it across, you can get these really soft, wispy looks. How pretty is that already? You store them all like that, Berta? Cool. So now this is not Yupo paper, okay? So it's going to stop moving, and if I were to go back in with blending solution, you'll get some more movement, but it's not going to reactivate the ink quite as much as before. How about we add some alloy to this? Just a little bit. Just to see how that's going to affect the pearl, because I don't know if I've done that yet. Okay. Little alloy. And when I'm working, I like to keep my alcohol inks open, except for the alloys and the pearls, because they have to be shaken. And I don't want to accidentally get alcohol ink all over the place. But the rest of them, the bottles are actually made so that they're not going to dry out. So you don't have to worry like, oh my gosh, I have this alcohol ink, it's going to dry out because I'm playing for an hour. They're meant to be left open. It's fine. But I close the ones that need to be shook just because I don't want to shake it all over the place. Look how pretty that is already. What do you think? So you can take this, throw a sentiment on here, you're done. That's all. Finished. The rose gold mixative is so pretty. Yes, I have that one too. I like the way the alloys break down though. The mixative and the alloys are so different. I happen to like what the alloys do because I love these little areas here. These little bits. Thanks, Kat. Okay, how about another color? Should we try it with 2 colors? Yes. Like polished granite. Okay. I'm closing the orange. Let's do the yellow. And I think maybe we'll throw some mojito with it because I think that's going to be insanely cool. So I'm shaking this up. This is called Alchemy. It's just a matter of working with it. I think that the key, Nancy, is to get your blending solution down first. that really helps. So you see how much I'm putting on there? I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but I'm going across the whole thing. It's not soaked, but it definitely helps to get a base of that down first. And then just go in a diagonal. And that's going to help right away. And then I'm going to start blowing this out. And I'm going to grab my mojito. And I'm going to just add a couple of drops and see what that does. And again, like the gel press, it's just playing. I'm going to blow it in and then blow it out. So by blowing it in, you're getting that concentration of color in the center, in that diagonal. But then by blowing it back out again, you're getting that wispy look. I hope that makes sense. I think we need another color in here, guys. What do you think? I get the poster board paper from Dollar Tree. And it comes in packs of, hold on, I'll tell you. I don't know how many are in here. It doesn't say. It's by Jot. Oh, 4. There's 4. This is the, I know it's super close, I'm sorry. That's what it looks like. There's 4 sheets, and you know, they're really big. They're 11 by 14. So you see how that left that mark there? It's going to be a little tricky to get that out. So we might need to just cover it up. There we go. It broke down nicely. Okay, that's good. So that was Laguna that I added, and it really just did what Mojito's been doing. I know, the movement is crazy, right? But using something like this is really good. You don't want to use a straw. I know some people have used straws, but you don't want to get your face that close to it, especially if you have some type of lung issue. You know, it's just not good for you. What do you guys think? Whoop, got my finger in it. Look at this. See the shimmer? I'm trying to not have the light shine on it directly, but I want you to see how it shines because of that splendor. It's super pricey when you're just learning. And I've been playing with this stuff for a while, but like, I don't want to spend that kind of money on it. You know, especially because you don't have so much control. If I had more control over it, then I would consider it, but I don't. What do you guys think? Do we leave it like this? I think that this is good. Let's see how this one dried down. Oh, I love that. It really does look like granite. I love these. They're sort of like veins, the dark veining that we got. Let's do a purple one. Berta said purple because she said it would make it 70s. Yes, but I don't know if I want to add it to this because I don't want to turn it into mud. Add some of the alloy. Okay, sure. Let's see. How about, let's do statue. Let's do that one. Wait, you know what? That's not the one I was thinking. Hold on. Where is it? Is it mineral? No, oh, this is a different pearl. I have this one too. Let's do this one because I have it out. Make another one with the same colors in the purple. Could you ink on top like drawing or Zentangle? I am so bad at Zentangling. I am so bad at it. Yeah, you probably could if you had a marker that would work on this. You know, you'd need some type of marker that would accept the gloss. Sorry about my dogs freaking out. There's probably a squirrel or a cat. I'm sure that you guys heard that just now. Wow, they just lost their minds. There's probably a squirrel like right outside the window and it startled them. And now they're losing their minds. Those crazy dogs. Yeah, you might need to let it dry for a while. Hey, Shell. How are you? Oh, yeah, Stays On would work if you wanted to ink with that. But Zentangling is not something that I'm good at all. I was never a good doodler. So you see how I'm pushing the color back in? Because then it will automatically, the paper, since it's so wet, it has a curve to it. So it will flow down. But by pushing it back in, you get some of that faux veining and you maintain that wispiness. So I like to push them back into the middle and work my way down. See? And then we just break it up. Yes, that was a good suggestion. I'll try the purple in a sec. I want to make sure that we're happy with this one. Thanks, guys. That's really pretty. I like it. I like it. Okay, so I'm moving this off to the side. Oh, okay. I'm hoping that I'm not getting it on anything important, which I probably am. Okay. Another color. So Berta said that she wants to see the yellow. Let me cap my statue. We're going to do the yellow again with the mojito and a little purple. And hopefully we won't get mud. Because in this case, sometimes the mud is not pretty. I like mud like Seth Apter and Nancy, but sometimes it's not pretty. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to cap it. Add a little bit of the green, the mojito. And then I have my eggplants. Okay. And let's see what we get. See, I don't really love the green with the purple because actually it's the yellow that's doing it too, because purple and yellow are opposite on the color wheel and they automatically kind of make a mud. It's turning a little bit gray. If I had a more vibrant purple, then it might not be so terrible, but because the eggplant is so dark, it's just making like a brown over here. I think that maybe we're going to need to pump this up with something else. I think that maybe we're going to throw in some other colors just to see how we can change it, because I'm not loving that. Let's go with crimson, because that's a bold red. It'll look like Mardi Gras, yeah. Yeah. With orange. All right. Maybe this was not the best choice. That's okay. We can always go with the alcohol lift ink and remove some color. I don't like this at all, you guys. This is not cute. Okay, so we're going to go with statue and run that across. And then we're going to take the splendor and add that. And hopefully we can hide some of this mess, because this is not pretty. Yeah, the red went right through that purple. It did. But hey, this is what it's all about. And again, this is why using the poster board paper is good, because then you don't have to worry about wasting expensive Yupo, because it's just a pad of, not a pad, but 4 sheets of paper for $1. Like, whatever. If I throw this out, it's not the end of the world. I won't throw it out. I'm not going to give up on this. See, now things are happening, and I'm not hating that. Oh, good. I saved you some money. Yeah. I was hesitant at first, but when I saw Mary Polanco using it, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm not feeling this, so let's add a little green. Here we go. And a little yellow. And hopefully that will kind of finish this one off, because I'm thinking that it's better now. We've basically eaten up all of that purple. It's getting better. I don't have the white. The snow cap, that is one that I need to get, truthfully. I need to get the snow cap. And I saw it the other day at the store, and I just didn't get it. Because I actually went out, you guys. I went to Michael's for like 5 seconds because I had to return something. I am much happier with this now. I like this area too, because it's super sheer. This is better. What do you guys think? So we just dumped a whole lot of color on here, but I think it's better. Can you get the poster board paper on? I don't honestly know, Maria. I try not to shop online, although I don't go out much, like I was just saying. You'd have to take a look. But it is called poster board paper. And maybe another dollar store has a different brand. I don't know. But you can definitely like go searching and just see if you could find poster board paper. It has, you can see how the light hits it. It has a very slight sheen. It's super smooth. There is no texture or tooth to this. And then the back is just like a cardboard. So it has like a coating on it. So try it, you know, if you can find it, try it. Yes, Amber, I agree. You can work with it until you've made it to what you want. I love to do that, Berta, adding foil to the dark areas. I actually did that. This was actually Yupo paper. This is translucent Yupo paper. And I took the iridescent foil and I put it on top. How cool is that? Because these areas just stayed sticky. So I added the foil to it and I got that like crazy magic. I was really happy with that when I was done. So I've left it as is. I want to clean up this area because I'm going to go in with purple. And I don't want it to get muddy again. So I'm just cleaning this off with the isopropyl alcohol. You can also use hand sanitizer if you have spares, which it seems like people are having hand sanitizer again. I am not replicating that one. There is no way. First of all, that's a translucent one. I mean, I actually was going to use these colors now anyway. This is eggplant and a little pitch black. But this is translucent Yupo. So the effect is going to be a bit different. These little bits here, that was done with the isopropyl alcohol. This was definitely eggplant and pitch black. For sure. So we'll use those now. Let me get my pitch black. Okay. I have pitch black. Let me close my gold because we do not need that now. I'm going to open up my pitch black. Oh, you have the translucent? Yeah, I had gotten a sample a long time ago and I was like, let's just try it. Let's see how it works. And that was the result that I got. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So this is my favorite color of all of the alcohol inks. Even though I'm totally obsessed with like bubblegum and mojito, the eggplant, it's magical. I also use this on glossy photo paper. So people will say don't do that. I do it all the time. It's fine. I actually can show you the difference from one to the other. On this, it doesn't break down too much as far as the color. But on the photo paper, it breaks down quite a bit. And I will show you how that looks in a second. I'll just have to pull some out. Oh, black is fantastic. Let's add some. Just a bit. I love the black. I went super light with it this time. I don't want to put too much. Let's get this in here. Move that around. Look at how wispy this is right here. Isn't that pretty? Now I want to find my silver because I think that would look really sweet. I don't know why I can't find it either. I have gunmetal. That's mixative. Here it is. I found it. This is sterling. Sometimes they do. Again, that's one of the things that I don't like about Yupo is that things keep moving and you can't get it to freeze. You can use a heat tool if you like the ripples. I like the ripples too. But I find that with Yupo, like, it just moves all the time and you really don't have that control. So this, you have a little bit more control. That silver is so pretty with this. Right? Okay. I'm just reading the comments. On your translucent, that cloudy area is what the white mixative does on regular Yupo or... Oh, okay. Yeah, I want... You know what it is, guys. I really would love to get the black Yupo paper, but man, that's expensive. I cannot. So I need to try to find black poster board paper. So that's getting there. I think it needs a little bit more though. What do you guys think? Let's get some more black. And I'm going to try to keep it down on this side. Let's see if we can do that. I don't want it to go up top. I want to keep it down on this side so that we have like different colors splitting it in half. Does that make sense? Check out Nara papers. I've heard of them. I think that that's the one that I was looking at. I was just like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. That amount of money for this. Just a lot. A little more silver right here. There we go. Ooh, did you see that? That was cool. You got some on Amazon from a different company. They give like 7 off your first order. Oh, that's cool. Do we like this? I think that we need some isopropyl. So I'm going to just splatter it in. Yeah, that's what it needed to break up like that. See that? That was just tapping the isopropyl. That made it better. What do you think? Like, I don't even think that we'd need to do much else than add a greeting if we were putting this on a card. Thanks, Shell. Okay, let me get photo paper, and then that might be the last thing that we do because I know that the family is waiting to do this puzzle with me. Hold on. Let me get photo paper. Okay. So this is just glossy photo paper. I have no idea who it's from. It could be HP, it could be Canon, I don't know. And we'll do the same colors, but on that. Okay. So again, with the blending solution, just a little bit. And then we're going to start with the eggplant, go right across, and we'll start to blow that out. So you can see, whoops, that it doesn't want to move at all the way it does on the poster board paper, and certainly not the way it moves on Yupo. It kind of gets stuck right away. Post these to your IG and maybe the company will reach out to you like they did to you. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's neat. That's good to know. Okay, so take a look at what's happening here, you guys. Do you see how it's breaking down? Look at the change of color. So this is just eggplant. Look at how different it looks. You see all those pinks? And if we keep working with this, it'll break down even more. And then pitch black does cool stuff too. I love the way pitch black breaks down. We'll do that on a separate piece because I think that it would look better than adding it to this one. Because I want you to see the whole range of colors. So you see how it's really just not moving anywhere? It's just going to stay. You can work it a little bit, but not at all like you can the poster board paper. And then if we hit it with isopropyl, it's not going to do quite as much either. It's just going to keep it there. So you see that? There's isopropyl right here, and it's not breaking it down. I mean, when you guys buy printers, your printers always come with, like, paper, right? So I'm sure that you've got a bit of a stash somewhere. So just use that. And it's not going to be Yupo, but you can still get some cool effects. It's like stormy, right? That pink is so pretty. I don't love this little bit right here. There we go. So it's a totally different look. Let me pull the other one back into the camera. I'm going to back out a little bit, guys. See how different? Now, granted, this one has pitch black, but you can see the color breakdown from this one. I might actually work with that a little further later, but I want to show you what pitch black does. Let me just cut this one because I have run out of sheets that I cut. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so we're gonna do, I might need blending solution soon, you guys. Alright, that. And then I've got a fuzz because, you know, cats. That's okay. We're gonna just leave it. Come on, black. Alright. Check this out. So pretty. Oh, I'm doing it on the wrong paper. I wanted to show you on glossy photo paper. All right. I'll do that in a sec. See, this is looking good without too much effort here. Berta, I think you need to get pitch black. It's so pretty. Yeah, the little bit of blue that shows through. I know. That's what happens. Look, see how that's coming through? That's fun, right? And that's just eggplant. But that's what happens. That's the reaction that you get when you use the, I have no more room. When you use the eggplant on the glossy photo paper. Okay, this is glossy photo paper. Last one. Okay. Hoping I'm not missing comments. I don't think so. I think that you can get the pitch black with the snow cap, actually, if memory serves correct. So you can see that this one gets like mauvey. Oh, before I forget, if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments if you guys want to do another one of these next Monday at 1. You know what? I have to check my calendar. That might be wrong. Hold on. I'm getting my calendar. Today's the 18th. I'm wrong. So next week we're not doing this at 1 because I'm doing a Facebook Live for White Rose Crafts at 7. So I don't really want to do 2 lives in a day. I know you guys can understand that. So let me know if the week after you'd like to see me use those backgrounds that we made today on cards, or if there's something else you'd like to see. I'm open to whatever. Just let me know. See those colors? This is just with pitch black. Let's get some metallic in here. Let's use some mineral. Nope, statue. I keep saying that. I keep saying the wrong color. Okay. Right across with the blending solution. Okay. That's pretty. February 1st works for you. Cool. Add some crimson. Okay. I can do that. Look at this blue that just popped out. And then there's like green right here. Let me zoom in again. There we go. You see that? Isn't that cool? Where's my crimson? Little crimson. A little more blending solution. I don't remember how this one breaks down. Again, this is on photo paper, so it's going to look different. That's cool. There we go. Now it's moving. Yes, black always adds elegance and drama. And that's my mom calling. She just got home from work. I'll have to call her later. I'm going to turn off the ringer. Yep, that's my mom. Okay. What do we think? I feel like it needs more black. Because this is starting to get a little too... Come on, black. It's because I'm using my left hand. Whoop. Whoa. That came out a lot more than I wanted it to. All right. Okay. I think that this is good. What do you guys think? I'm digging it. So shall we review? Shall we review what we've done today? All right, let's do that. Thanks, Judy. All right, I think that this is good. I like it. I might play with this area a little bit more. Should we just do it now since we're here? There we go. because it dries so fast on the photo paper, like it's hard to get rid of those original splotches of color, like the drips. That's better. I think that's much better. The red is still visible, but it's not a splotch. I like it. That's like it's like a photo from outer space, right? The galaxy. That's sweet. I like it. The crimson was a good ad. Thank you for that suggestion. Okay, so what do we have here? This was done on photo paper with just eggplant and the silver alloy. It's called sterling. This is on the poster board paper, and that's with pitch black. Thanks for the hearts. And then this was with the Splendor, the pearl alcohol ink, with the gilded alloy. So it's the gold. So you've got the pearl and the metallic. Then we have this one that has the eggplant and sterling and the pitch black. I love this one. I'm really stoked about this one. This is going to look fab on something. And then this one's the one that I thought was going to be a really horrible hot mess, but we made it better. I like it. It's better. You can even see a little bit of purple showing. A little bit here too. And then we have our prints. Oh, wait. I forgot this one. We have this one here. That's with the Alchemy and Mojito and the Gilded. So many colors. This was a print that we did with the alcohol inks. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, definitely try it. I want to see what you make. Yes, that would be cool with fall foliage. I agree. And then we have, hold on, I gotta get my prints. This is why I need more space. So this was a roll-off. But look how pretty that roll-off is. That's your fave, Cat? This one? This one here? I love that. Okay, and then we have, this was a print on top of neon. And that made it 10 times better. This was another print on top of neon. Also better. And you can cut it down, you know, if you only like certain parts, cut it down, use a die cut, you know, use a flower or whatever shape. You may need to figure out where your jelly plate disappeared to. Yeah, definitely. This was the very first thing that we did. That's just alcohol ink with white paint behind it. Whereas the other ones had the matte medium. And then we had a couple of roll-offs that we need to work with. Yeah, this is a roll-off. It needs more, but I like this side here. And then some others. So, guys, let me know if you think that we should make some of these into cards next time. Not next Monday, but the Monday after. But I do hope that you'll join me on the White Rose Crafts main page at 7 p.m. Eastern next Monday, where I'm going to be doing something else with stencils. You know, because stencils. And then this Thursday, of course, I'll be with Doodles Paper Playground at 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, the black, purple, and silver one? Yes. I love this one, too. Yes, Kat, I agree. It's gorgeous. So, yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm going to go and have some coffee and some lunch. And, I don't know, maybe I'll make one of these guys that we just did today into a card and post it. But I'll definitely take pictures of everything that we worked on today and post them on Instagram and Facebook and such. And then if you think of something that you want to see, please let me know. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. I hope you have a fantastic day. I appreciate you spending time with me. I will catch you next time. Have a great day and stay safe. Bye.